This is all happening in Franklin, Tennessee, the county seat of Williamson County, just south of Nashville. It's home to some of the Nashville area's nicest neighborhoods. This is Michele Hanson. She's an alderman in Franklin, Tennessee, who is running for mayor against the incumbent mayor, and they're both Republicans. Late last month, local police were forced to get involved when her supporters tried to block Phil Williams from getting inside to cover a candidates forum. There was another forum this week, and this time, Phil didn't find her supporters at the door. He found some members of a local white supremacist group called the Tennessee Active Club.
Ms. Hanson, how can you lead this community at this point? Even if you win election, how can you support and represent anyone in this community? How can you do that?
Hi, Matt.
How can you represent anyone in this community?
What are the threats against Miss Peggy Kingsbury? You denounced those threats? They weren't just anti-Antifa, they were neo-Nazis.
Are you a white supremacist?
What is it going to take for people to see these Republicans as un-American?
Alderman Hanson shared a discussion that contained a particularly alarming phrase in her social media. The phrase, "there is no political solution," appeared in a chat with the Tennessee Active Club, a chat that apparently Alderman Hanson was included in. This phrase isn't merely a statement. It's a dangerous rhetoric associated with extremist ideologies. It is an acceleration of the white power movement. Make no mistake, it is a call for violence. Alderman Hanson may not have written that phrase, but her sharing it publicly, specifically including that screenshot, is proselytizing and advancing that call for violence.
Again, how can you represent anyone in Franklin now? I mean, you've admitted to a lot of things up there. How can you serve as mayor if you won't even talk to the press?
These are neo-Nazis, they're not just Antifa.
Alderman Hanson, this has to be one of the top people that shouldn't be an elected official. And being alderman isn't it. She's now a mayoral candidate. And my God, do the people of Franklin, Tennessee need to stand up and make sure this woman is not elected to anything else.
You said just don't cause a scene?
You can put your hand up all day, it's all good.
I'm just trying to understand that. Why did you say that to this group of people? Why did you say that to this group of people? Do you denounce the threats against Peggy Kingsbury?
Watch out, guys. Don't obstruct the movement. Relax. Ms. Hanson, how can you...
the threats against Peggy Kingsbury?
Are you a white supremacist?
This woman is beyond fraud. Beyond fraud. She's been caught up in so many different scandals that people thought were small and unrelated that they should call her the Tennessee version of Santos. That's how much she lies.
And of course the citizens of Franklin don't deserve this, but this is the old adage of you reap what you sow. You've planted seeds for years and years against our citizens, and they're coming to harvest. I'm a realtor. I'm not going to denounce anybody their right to be whatever it is that they want to be, whether I agree with what they do in their personal life or not. So when they wanted to come, because they were concerned about what they saw on the dark web, I said, please do not make a scene if you're going to come.
This woman actually took a picture off the internet of a limited store in Chicago, in the Chicago area, board meeting, screenshot it and said it was a group of women that supported her campaign. When she was caught in that lie, that wasn't enough for her. She actually then said, oh no, this was a group of my friends that moved down to that district from Chicago, and now they support me. But that wasn't enough, because one of the reporters, the local reporters in Tennessee, found one of the women, and they absolutely denied this, said they have no ties to this woman. She's not one of their friends, and none of them support her. They don't even know her. And their advice to Hanson was to go find some real friends that she can use their pictures instead of making up ones. Someone running for office, making up an elaborate scheme like this, should not be elected on those grounds enough. In days past, this would have been enough to get this person off of the ballot. This person would be so shamed, they would go run and hide. But this is 2023, and the Republican parties don't care about lying. It is actually their brand. Donald Trump is a daily liar, facing 9 indictments all over this country. Lying is almost status quo for Republicans. That ain't it. Hanson went further. She went to try to cancel and stop a pride event that was happening at a community center. And in doing so, she was frustrated that one of the dancers had on an Elmo bodysuit. And she said this could be misleading to kids. Anti-LGBTQIA information, we hear it all the time from Republicans. But then we also hear the hypocrisy. And this is no different. Because when Hanson's husband was running for office in Chicago and Illinois, guess what she did? She encouraged him to participate in the LGBTQI Pride event parade. When he told her he was going to put on Speedos in red, white, and blue, she said, I'm going to hold you to it. No outrage, no fear that him being scantily dressed in the middle of downtown, whatever city it was in Illinois, knowing that kids are going to be there, she didn't feel any problems with him walking down the street in a red, white, and blue Speedo. This is the hypocrisy that is Hanson. That ain't even it. There's more. This woman said because she had clients that were neo-Nazis, Black, why would you put Black people with neo-Nazis? Well, we know why. Also, she said she had clients that were from Middle Eastern. So if people assumed that she was everything her clients were, when she spoke about the Middle Eastern client, she said, I guess that makes me a Islamic jihadist. That is how I know you wanted white nationalists there, because you are a white nationalist. And we know this because why would you call everybody in the Middle East a jihadist? The only people that think like that are neo-Nazis and white supremacists. Hanson, you fit the bill. You, my dear, are racist. And I'm Mondale. Have a good day.